this list up here now. So I'm prospecting for Westpac. So we go back to that list that you just on there. So I'm prospecting for. I see something of interest there. So let's take it a step further now. How do I start engaging lightly? So obviously Westpac don't know who I am.
They do not.
So how do I start building that early stage relationship with Westpac through some of their tweets that they might be putting out?
Okay, so with Westpac, there's three ways in this case we could engage with the content we're seeing. The first, we could simply follow the account.
Okay.
That will notify them that they've got a new follower. Now, a big bank like that would get a lot of new followers regularly, so you're not going to necessarily stand out as a new follower.
I think 39,000, I think it said there or something like that. So you're one of many.
But we could just follow their account.
So
we're just going to follow their account. Now, when we're looking at the quality of the content that we want to share, obviously they have a very busy Twitter account, and they're talking to the customers and guiding them back to customer service centers and phone numbers to use and so on. But not everything is like that. Sometimes the headquarters wants to share a good news story, or an update that's not specific to a customer service thing. So basically what we might do if we wanted to engage with this content, we could look at it now. You can see there's a like button. So let's just focus on the three ways we've followed the account. When we like their content, it counts up, they get 47. Now, that's a compliment because you're liking content, says someone. They're sharing content, they're getting feedback from their community. The word follower is thrown around, of course, because it's technically what it's called, but I like community. Westpac creates its community around its Twitter and its Facebook community. They engage with us. So as all businesses ought to, pay attention to who's engaging with them. Now, the like is good, and they'll notice that as well in their notifications and their activity reports. But if we really like that content, and we're, in this case, it's a good one about their helicopter service, so air rescue. So we might want our followers, our community, to see that content directly. So we're going to retweet that. We have the choice to add our own comment, but in most cases, there's not that much we need to add, and we're just going to retweet that with that retweet button. So then when we go back to our own feed, we're going to end up with that last update in our feed. Now, our followers here may or may not see that because the way, of course, all social media works is what we like and so forth may or may not end up in the, the news feed or the news timeline of all the people who follow our account. It's definitely not one for one. There's all those algorithms. There are ways we're going to talk about to increase your community engagement. But you can see as simply as that if you had 1, 10, 100 or 1,000 followers in your account, if they came to your account, they will see that and they'll continue to see that. It doesn't go anywhere. You can unfollow it as well as easily as click on it and unfollow it. But if you like it, you would continue. Same with unliking. You can unlike.
And what's that last button for then on the left?
This last button it's called the reply. That means it would limit in theory, the number of people who see your comments. It would start at Westpac in this instance.
So it only talks back to Westpac.
It's like, yes, and anyone else mentioned on the tweet. Now, it's like an original tweet, but it's designated a reply. It's one of the little complexities of Twitter. I don't do a lot of at replies. I tend to create fresh content or share content properly. Replies tend to limit and cut out all the graphics and so forth. So it's something which exists. It's historic, not necessarily the best way to go about tweeting.
Sure. Excellent.